Hi, my name's Adam Chamberlain from Elite Pro Golf, and today we're going to talk through some basics, things that you need to be checking every time you practice, and a bit of a plan. So there's loads of us out there that are working hard on our games over the winter, but I'm asking you this, don't overlook the basics. So we've now kind of, early February, we need to make sure the playing season's around the corner. Probably been working hard on our swings, our techniques, making a few different moves, but have you overlooked your grip? Have you overlooked your ball position, your setup, your balance, all these things that you need to make sure you check, because these are your key ingredients for you as a person that make sure that you play the same day in, day out as best we can. Okay, so first things first would be ball position. When you set up, really simple, grab yourself an alignment stick or a golf club, lie it down between your legs. Get into a habit of making sure you're checking where your ball position is for you. So feet together, and then you have a routine. So from here, feet together. For me, it's a small step, slightly bigger step. This is a 5-iron and the ball is now forwards of centre in my stance. And I can check this on every single ball I hit. It sounds really simple, but most people allow their ball to fluctuate too much during practice sessions and during their swing, and then they wonder why they're inconsistent with their ball flight or their ball striking. So this is a really simple tool. This is something you should use every time you practice. Okay, the second thing for me would be the grip. Just always double check it. Everybody grips it slightly differently. Some are slightly strong, some are slightly weak, but that's not really what I'm looking at when we're talking about checking it. I'm just making sure, if I come close to the camera, checking it's across the fingers. Do not allow the grip to get too much into the palm like this. You can see the top of the club too much here. This prevents the wrist from functioning properly. This is definitely a no-no for the majority of people. Make sure you get the club across the fingers, the pad of the left hand on top. This allows these wrists to work. Another checkpoint would be, this is a Hogan tip, would be take all the fingers off. Just leave your index finger on there. Butt of the club will rest and anchor the club this way. If you get the club too much in the palm, when I let go, it'll fall out of your hands. So there's another checkpoint. And also match that with the right hand. Make sure the right hand's in the fingers and you feel like you can set the club this way nicely in the swing. This is going to allow you more speed, more freedom, and allow you to release the club properly. So the next thing really for me would be checking your posture, checking your balance. Okay, so for me, you need to make sure, get into your normal setup like this, and then kind of rock forwards and backwards, and make sure you feel like you're in balance. If you don't feel in balance, you need to check a couple of things. Some people tend to do this. I see this an awful lot. They get comfortable like this with their feet, and then as they go last minute, they go straight over to the ball, tipping their weight over onto their toes, and they don't even know they're doing this. So they get set up like this, looking at the target, and then they go over to the shot like this, and they tip their weight forwards. That's definitely a no-no. You're off balance before you've even begun swinging. So look, what we're trying to do is nip these simple things in the bud early so that you can play consistent golf. Don't overlook these simple things because they have a massive influence. And these are the things that you really need to keep an eye on throughout the whole season. And every time you practice, you just keep on top of it. Okay, so I would suggest you put the club always behind the ball, go through your ball position drill. Then I would stand up like this. Now what you're looking for is some bend over here from the belt buckle. Some people benefit from almost tipping this over a little more, so you feel like the angle of the hips are a bit more over, like this. And then you bend down into posture, and you should find that the club sits behind the ball. So just bending over like this, allowing the club to fall. Actually, I need to be a little bit closer, and now I'm in balance. And this, by setting this over here, creates you more space here. I see too many people kind of do this a little bit and then they kind of go down like this, and they wonder why they've hardly got any space over the ball. Setting up to the golf ball, getting your ball position, getting your balance right is going to enable you to be able to get over to the golf ball when it matters on the golf course, and you've got this as a routine so that you can hit consistent shots time and time again. Hit the middle of the club, control your ball flight. Don't overlook your basics. This will help you play good for 2020.